So Enemy Brawl Out just dropped a new update, and they dropped a new 6-star unit, which is Pain. He drops on a hard and extreme, and I was lucky enough to get him on my like sixth or seventh attempt with the augment on. So yeah, I got really lucky with that. I got him to level 20. So in today's video, I'm actually gonna be reviewing him in both ranked and infinite mode. So what I know, so I'll just get into a ranked game right now. So a little bit about Pain. I don't know why I started off with low HP. So Pain released about 3 days ago, 2 days ago, and on release he unlucky. So this guy's really under leveled. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna win either way. But yeah, Pain on release was very good for PvP. He's basically a must. I think he still is a must for PvP. I noticed that he has a lot less HP than what he used to have at level 20. He used to have around 1800. Apparently I haven't looked too much into it, but apparently he has gotten a very big or a good like buff towards infinite and a nerf towards PvP, which I found to be like really necessary because he was very broken in PvP. I don't know how he is now, but I hope he's still really good. So getting into this next time. Okay, this guy's a little bit higher leveled. Not like the best team, but a little bit higher. So if you don't know what Pain already does, he has 3 different forms. He has 3 different autos, and for those 3 different forms, each one of them has a different auto attack, and each one of them have a different ultimate skill. So his first form, he what he does is every time he attacks a unit, he's gonna attack Gojo right here. So what he does is as you just as you just saw, he put Gojo back and he put L to the front. He did a pretty good amount of damage. So he just one-shotted L, of course. And his ultimate for his first form, he's gonna do a huge AoE attack that hits everyone for a pretty good amount. So we're gonna pop a Rengoku ult here. Let's get out of the way. Okay, that's a bug, I guess. I don't know. It's because Saitama walked back and he went to go target him. But yeah, his first form ult, he basically does a huge AoE to hit all the units. It does pretty good damage. It's pretty good for wave clearing as well. His second form, it's Animal Path. It's a random. It's on also another. His normal attack is an AOE towards all the units, but I think it doesn't hit all of them. It hits a couple. I'm not too sure. I'll have to check again on that. So yeah. Second form, he does that, and for his second form ultimate, it's the big salamander that just pops up. It hits everyone, and it gives them all a really big debuff. I don't know if they nerfed that or not. I feel like they should have if they did nerf it, because I know they nerfed his HP and his other stuff for ranked. But yeah, that was one of his very good strong sides for ranked. It also did a lot of damage too. So, all right, let's get that off. I'm hoping he dies here. Oh, so also, I didn't already mention, but when he dies, so like I said, there's 3 forms. If one of his forms were to die, like let's say this form died, he would switch to the next form and he can never go back to this form. So he basically has 3 lives, and each of those lives is different. So I guess that's like basically the best rundown for how he's like. So yeah, I'm hoping he dies now so I can like actually review his second form. Okay, there we go. He's dead. So this is Animal Path. I'm hoping to get an auto attack off. Actually, I'm gonna show off his ult. His ult is basically like the best thing about him. Okay, so that still does a pretty good amount of damage. He gives them a negative 150% defense debuff, which is huge. And it gives them like a 10% attack debuff, which isn't that bad, but that defensive debuff is what's like really like doing it for him. And as he's also when he does use his ultimate, he switches off to the next form. It doesn't count as like a death where if he dies, he goes off to the next form, but it's a little bit confusing. But if he uses ult, he goes to the next form, but he can still go back to the form. But if he dies in that form, he can never go back to that form. All right, so this guy, he has Pain, level 18. We all have, our 6 stars, full 6 stars, level 20s. And also, Pain's third form, I actually really like, and I feel like for infinite mode, people kind of sleep on him for infinite mode. People don't see him being like viable for infinite mode, even I think after the buff. But honestly, before the buff, I saw him as like a pretty good substitute for Gojo, because Gojo is basically the same thing for infinite. Gojo can Gojo, what he does for infinite for you is he can basically, for the big bosses, he can basically stun them for 3 turns, which is very nice. So that's his second form auto attack. Hits everyone right there. So I guess yeah, he gets it back. He gets his ult back really fast too. That's what I really like about him as well. So yeah. So for Pain, his third form, his auto attack is it's like a missile barrage. It hits random units. It even hits units that are like dead on the floor. Because if you didn't know, before a round ends, and if you kill a unit, their unit's basically still there on the floor, but some units won't attack him. But for Pain on his third form, he'll have the chance to attack them. He sends out a missile barrage and it's random. It helps him get his ult back really fast too. So yeah, going into his ult on the third form, I think it's one of the best in the game for sure. It's if you use it, he basically it's a one shot. It's a one shot kill. And it's a one shot kill to only about 2 units. It's either so if he were to attack Broly right now, he'll also attack Madara with his third form ult. So I hope that kind of breaks down his how he works, all of his 3 different forms, and all of his 3 different form ultimates. So yeah, I'm not gonna really show much for ranked. I'm actually like because ranked, I think everyone knows that this guy's a beast. Basically, quick rundown for Pain. If you do get him in the event, he's basically a full on. You got to bring him for ranked. If you bring him a ranked, you get free wins. I'm gonna pop a Rengoku ult right here. Very lucky. He's at 16 HP. They're nearly dead. And all right. Once this ranked match is over, I'm gonna hop into Infinite and show him off there. Alright, so I'm currently on the infinite mode right now. I'm actually running basically the same units for PvP, but instead of Gojo, I'm gonna get Tsunade, and instead of Rengoku, I'm getting Thanos. So a quick rundown for this infinite team. In my opinion, I think this might be the best team. If not, then replace Gojo back with Pain. Because originally, probably like the best infinite team was this team, but instead of Pain, it was probably Gojo. But right now, I'm gonna try out Pain instead. Because I feel like Pain is basically like the same fundamentals for Gojo when it comes to Infinite. So a quick rundown for this team. Broly, he's going to be infinitely stacking attacks every time he autos. Gilgamesh is kind of like the same thing, but instead his autos are very useful for this event. Like the chains can come in clutch, the humiliation could come in clutch right here, but it doesn't really matter right now. Thanos, I'm gonna keep on popping ult for him until he gets all of his stones. Pain is going to be basically my boss killer. Escanor is going to be infinitely stacking attack. He's really good for wave cling as well because he gets his ult back really fast, and Tsunade's there just to heal because I might slowly die if I don't have a healer with me. So yeah, so for my thoughts on Pain for infinite mode, I want him to get his first form to go away. That's how I think he should be used. I want him to go away. I want the first form to go away, because later on in the stages, his first form isn't going to be as good. Like, his auto attack isn't going to be good. Well, yeah, his auto attack isn't going to be good. His ultimate is definitely not going to be good. So, I want to get that out of the way. His second and third form, in my opinion, are probably the best, because Gojo was basically used for like a tank killer or a tank a guy that can take down like help you take down tanks in that kind of sense. So how I see him, how I saw Gojo was every time I saw a very difficult tank that came up and Gojo had his ult, I'd basically pop ult as soon as he gets the chance to against the tank, because they get basically stunned for 3 turns and it gives my units a chance to kill him. So yeah, basically the same thing for Pain. For his third form, it's his ultimate is basically a one-shot kill. So that kind of gets that out of the way. Alright. And also if you have like any like agreements or disagreements or any like info you want to give me based on these units, or like how you want me to position them, or you want to give me tips, go ahead. Feel free to comment it down below. I'll probably be reading all the comments for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna pop out Pain, get his third form in the way. But for infinite mode for this, I'm basically, I don't think I already said it, but I'm running infinite mode on extreme on world 5. We'll pop a Tsunade out here. Oh, okay. So, oh, okay. I don't think I noticed, but Pain's HP is the same as how it used to be when on first release. Look at that damage, man. It's insane. But yeah, yeah, his damage and health seem to be the same, but I guess they nerfed it in PvP because he was like super strong in PvP. So yeah, Thanos. I think he gets his. Okay, but yeah, his third form like auto attack's really good too, especially against bosses. He does like a lot of missiles and it does scatter at random, but if there's one unit, all those missiles just hit that one unit. I'm gonna pop Thanos' ult here, get him to all 5 stones, or try to get him as close to all 5 stones as I can. As soon as he gets all 5 stones, he can get up to 125% attack buff and a 90% defense buff, which is super good. Very good damage, very good splash. He basically and the way I'm gonna use Thanos is when I'm at my limit, when everyone's basically nearly dead or everyone's dead and Thanos is still up and he's like 1 HP, I'm just gonna pop his ult. He clears all the wave with one shot. Like it's like, you know. So right now I'm just holding on to Pain's ult, making sure that he has that up for the next boss. And yeah, basically yeah, everyone's gonna be stacking Gilgamesh, Broly, and Escanor are gonna be infinitely stacking. Thanos, I'm just gonna be keep on popping his ult as soon as I get the chance. Pain, I'm gonna be popping his third form ult every time there's a big boss, or a second form ult, depending on the situation. And Tsunade, I'm just gonna be popping her ultimate to heal up. So I'll be right back. And yeah, I'll be right back when I'm at higher up on the stages. All right, so we're closing in on wave 50 right now. I'm looking very healthy. You can see, as you can see, Broly has infinitely stacked his attack up to around 186 or 176 because he has the Cincinnati buff. Gilgamesh has stacked up a bit. Thanos has all of his stones. Escanor is fully stacked on defense. He's just stacking his attack now. And yeah, okay, so it's a Nezuko. Any boss, I'm just gonna pop his ult. It's just gonna one shot it. So now after this, I'm hoping that his first form does die. I'm not gonna pop Pain's ult. Maybe until he dies. So the only way he's gonna like lose his form is if I go against either I think 2 or 3 of the different bosses. Definitely Tengen is definitely one of them with his normal attack and his ultimate. Um I think the demon from Demon Slayer, the sister demon, the twin demon with the guy inside of the girl or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. She hits a backline unit too, I'm pretty sure, so I'm hoping that I do go against her. Or I think there's another unit too. I think it's Nezuko, but it takes a while for her to actually like hit a backline unit. So I think I'm gonna kill her before she gets to my Pain. So yeah. For now I'm looking very healthy. Um I'm taking that for like nothing. But yeah, at this point, Thanos is set. Broly's getting up to there. So is Gilgamesh. So is Escanor. So is Tsunade. Pain is just gonna be that tank killer. But yeah, basically how this run is gonna work is if I'm at a certain point where my whole team can't, like, let's say they can't, this is like wave like 150, and they can't like entirely kill this whole wave, I'm gonna pop either if they're gonna do a lot of damage or like can kill either my one of my units, I'm either gonna pop an Escanor or not. Yeah, an Escanor ult. If that's not gonna kill, I'm gonna pop my Gilgamesh ult. If that's not gonna work, then last resort is gonna be like a Broly ult for sure. Look at that. They just one shot that whole wave. Am I losing any HP? Okay, so I'm just gonna pop an a heal, even though some of my units like they aren't fully healed. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing this. Actually, I'm gonna pop I'm gonna pop his ult now. Because I feel like, even though I'm trying to get him killed right now, I feel like until stage 100, he's just not gonna die. Because, you know, this team is just too stacked. They're just not gonna get to Pain. But definitely at stage 100 and above, yeah, definitely. Tengen can definitely do the job and get rid of this unit. So yeah, everyone's still getting stacked right now. This is basically like a rinse and repeat. How this is gonna work is Broly's gonna be that last ditch effort to kill either a boss or a wave because he's just gonna infinitely stack attack and he can one shot them. And after that, if he doesn't have ult and if my team's like all drained out and I'm about to die, I just pop a Thanos ult. That's how it's gonna be. And then after the Thanos ult, it's over. I think that's where the round, the run for infinite is over. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing this. I'm gonna keep on stacking my units. I'm gonna come back when Pain is either gonna be like die or I'm at like stage 100 or so. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, so we're closing on around 100, and I'm gonna make sure Pain uses ult here so he can go back to his first form. And then again, like same thing. I haven't pointed out yet, but uh, Infinite mode is kind of like RNG based in a way. I believe all the bosses are random. I didn't really check in too much on like which bosses spawn on which waves, but yeah, I'm closing in on wave 100. I'm hoping it's either the Spider Demon or Tengen. Okay, it's a Spider Demon. Cool. So I'm hoping. I don't think my team can like. I'm hoping this unit doesn't get chained. I'm hoping Gilgamesh doesn't chain this unit here. Okay, he humiliated. That's not too bad. I don't think. I don't think he. I don't think this unit's attacks. Okay, that's fine. He's also gonna use an ultimate that stuns on my units too, so I don't kill him fast enough. So yeah, that's fine. It doesn't really matter as much. Cool. Hoping this all also once again I'm hoping this unit kills my Pain here on the first stage. So Pain doesn't have to have another form to switch to every time he pops ults. Alright, there you go, cool. So Pain has lost his first form, and now this unit only has his first and second form, or his second and third form. Um, Better yet, if this unit loses its second form, I'd take that as well. So yeah, there we go. Gonna pop his ult, gets humiliated, and there we go. Wave 100 is down. A win for me. If Pain loses his form. And yeah, same thing as before. Unit stacking. My Gilgamesh's defense has stacked to the max. All my units are looking very healthy at the moment. And yeah, I'm looking very good on this run. So I'll be back probably one last time when I'm at the final stages of this event. So I may have gotten very unlucky. So what I was doing, right, was I would alternate Pain's second form and third form. So on every fifth of a stage, I use Pain's second form ult, and every 10th of a stage, I'd use Pain's third form ult. And so I just went against Tengen earlier, and I popped the second form ult. I popped Gilgamesh's ult, and he managed to live on about like I don't know, like 60 HP or so, and he outsped all of my other 5 units besides Thanos, and he got his normal attack off after the constant slashes, and he managed to kill my third form Pain. So yeah, like I said before, this is kind of like a kind of gotta get lucky sometimes with some of these runs. And yeah, this run just honestly wasn't it. It's still gonna go on. It's still gonna be a very good run. My highest my highest run that I've gotten to I think is 170. Yeah, 170. And yeah, I don't think this is gonna be as high as a run, or it might be higher. But yeah, um, yeah, this run isn't the best run. This Pain is definitely going to be kind of luck based off of the bosses you get based off of the waves. And yeah, basically the same thing as before. My units are stacking, just popping Tsunade ult whenever I get the chance to heal up my units, make sure they're healthy. Thanos is just gonna be that last resort. Broly is gonna be the second to last resort. SNR ult is just gonna be a wave clear, so my units don't get hurt too much. Pain ult for second form and third form, based on the boss. So yeah, I think overall the best way to use pain for infinite mode is going to be every fifth of a wave or every fifth of the level at like past 100, I guess. You make sure his second form ult is popped because he helps you clear like those like mini bosses. And every tenth of a wave, his ult for his third form is just gonna one shot the harder bosses. And if you can, try to get rid of his first form. His first form is kind of like it's negligible, like far into the stages at this point. So yeah, I think this is where I can call it quits. Like I feel like I've showcased everything about Pain and how this team is going to work in Infinite mode and how it can get to how it can get to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it the waves off there, and yeah, I'll just give my final input on Pain. So yeah, overall, I actually really enjoy Pain. I love how his kit works. I love his different forms. I like his auto attacks, and yeah, if I had to put him on a tier list for both Infinite Mode and PvP, there's already a tier list for the game's Discord. But in my opinion, I rank him super high for Infinite. People kind of sleep on him for Infinite because they think he's the best unit for PvP, which I agree for. He is definitely the best unit for PvP, and I agree that if you have this unit, you should definitely bring him for PvP. He's definitely the highest S tier for PvP at the moment. But for Infinite, I put him at like a very high S tier as well. He's not Thanos level, he's not Escanor level, he's not Broly level to like where they can stack and like kind of like carry and tank for like the whole Infinite mode. But yeah, I definitely put him very high up there. He's definitely the best tank killer in the game besides Thanos, because Thanos can obviously with his ultimate with all the stones, he can one shot him. But yeah, Pain is definitely a great go to unit if you do manage to get him, which he is hard to manage to get. And if you'd like for me to make a separate video on how to beat the new event for Pain, just let me know. If I see great feedback and all that, I'll definitely consider. But yeah, hope everyone enjoys my video on Pain and the showcase. So yeah, everyone stay safe, take care, and bye.